did all the other ones, with 2 other ones, by the way.
Well, 2 quick points. Squad.
Okay.
Radiant team back.
Sometimes I can honestly say I am thrilled to see a game 3. It's late. We just got past midnight. I believe it'll be past 1 a.m. for both the entire squad of Nigma and FNG. And we have our decider, and also how important this decider is. You know, these teams would be tied in the event Kuro and the boys were to take it.
Yeah.
And I feel if they win this game and this series, that game 2 will be a defining moment for this stack. It validates the roster change. It brings back some of that miracle magic we got so used to seeing years back. But can they get the decisive game 3? Alliance immediately deny Centaur because Timber, whoa, not banned.
Yep.
Whew, going through again.
Wow.
Yeah, but this time the Centaur coming out means that we'll probably not see it. I mean, I know we saw a Centaur tried out as support, but I did not really like that.
You're very right. The Centaur first pick is just we're playing this before, but no, going on to what Kyle said, the fact that Nigma in the second game was able to have that type of victory, and then they've done it. Their first ever game with the stack was the same kind of style, come back in secret. They're now doing it multiple times. It does put a lot of confidence towards Nigma, but then we got to look towards Alliance. In 2 games, they've shown 2 different ways in which they nearly won games, right? Game 1, it's they're behind 10k, they come back super impressive. Game 2, they have such a commanding lead, but then one big play from Nigma, the game's changed. So yeah, I think both of these teams are playing at a very high caliber.
Ooh,
and I just love like the series meta that kind of comes into play, which is, you know, Void.
Yeah.
We've seen it a couple times before, but now Void just rising.
And it's always
rising,
in series with Alliance.
Yeah.
And once again, it's Nigma on second pick, which we can almost be certain it will be Miracle's hero overall final in the draft.
Okay. This is a classic combo with the old Shadow Demon Centaur. It's a good save against the Void.
They tried this as well when they played against OG, the first game that they played. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
They also had a Centaur Shadow Demon, I think, also as opener. They did have an ET5. I don't, like, their lineup wasn't even that bad or anything. It just didn't work out.
They've run this combo in time. I think season 1 was the main time that they tried running it. But it's the fact that you have Centaur unlocks a lot of ranged heroes to play, because it's the classic big offlane that is independent. You buy the tanky item, in this case for Centaur it's Vanguard, and your 4 can be anything. You just stop the pull, you can make some stacks, and you open up the game just to be, you know, a nice, good pace.
The Void matches up against pretty much everything Nico Baby really likes to play, with the exception of Wraith King and Morphling, which I expect we'll see banned out immediately.
Yep. I mean, so far, I think for both first 2 games, obviously a lot of back and fight, a lot of fighting, back and forth, a lot of fighting. I think the key heroes, key players every time have been the position 1. So yeah, just remove all of Nico Baby's comfort heroes. You already got your ILTW hero for Team Nigma.
Yep.
You'd be in a good spot. That being said, there's a lot of Nico Baby heroes.
Indeed.
And now we start banning them. Wraith King was the other option, I think. They're going to have to ban out.
That's gone right here. And I love the force Kuro to draft something else. Like, this guy, he is famous for picking the same thing if he feels like it can beat you. And in this case, Invoker Tusk, you really can't think of heroes that are more synonymous with Miracle and GH.
Out of the 7 games that Team Nigma has played, that's including this series, 5 of those games, GH played Tusk, 2 of them he played IO. That's it.
Yeah. They like to latch on.
We'll have a new hero today.
No, unless, I also banned. Oh, wow. New hero for GH.
But I feel like when you have Void as your grounding factor of your draft, your 4, again, it can also be anything. You just want a little bit more damage into the Chrono. Against these type of heroes, I think Willow rise up in prominence because you have movement to be destroyed by the root. You can set up spells on top of the disruptions.
It's a really good shard as well, especially the way we've seen Centaurs build with the early Lotus. You drop a Cursed Crown on them. Even if it's removed, it drops Brambles unavoidably outside of them. So really strong at just providing control. The Stampede was a big issue for Alliance in the previous game. I think that's why they've moved it up to first pick priority, because it just landed so many kills. There was that one key moment that helped land the kill on Limp Storm, where the illusion gets Stampede buff, applies the slow, and that allowed the Void
to run on through.
close.
That's the Wraith King ban, sure. Okay.
Yeah, Tiny too. You can't forget.
Oh, we'd almost forget the limp Tiny.
You'd be surprised.
It's
Steve. A lot of people
through.
forget.
I mean, there's a reason it was first phase banned. I guess Alliance first phase banned it once as well.
I just love the fact. I love the fact that this pick right now, it will show everything that Nigma was trying to plan out. Because like, if it's a range 4, expect some melee offlaner. If it's a melee 4, then it's gonna be some obnoxious like ranged offlane for mind control.
Keep in mind that Snapfire could also be played by Miracle.
True.
True. I'd hope not. I don't think that's like the flashy game 3 vibes we're gonna look for.
I agree, but it is obviously an option.
It is for sure. It is. I think if they pick a weak mid lane that can be pressured, then maybe.
You just go for the Earth Spirit. You know, no Tusk. What do we take for GH? We just give the man another kill support, right?
They can.
Big fan of it against the Shadow Demon. It's something EG with PPD used to do all the time because the Magnetize and the Chrono is a lot of extra damage. You have some hard catch so that you don't need to blow the Chrono initially.
But the key thing here is when Alliance has this Centaur. Okay, let's go for a Sand King. Like this Centaur SD, you need to be able to jump back lines because Centaur's the one initiating, and it's going to be SD +1, always saving that big win condition. This is all this draft opening from Alliance. It's propping up Nika Baby to be, the king of the game.
For sure. And the Sand King's cool because it's in a way it's another ban against Limp's hero pool.
Yeah.
It's open. This could be GH. It could be Miracle mid SK. But you're limiting Limp's options here.
Can he not just go for Davion?
It's a pretty sick
Dragon Knight.
Yeah. I don't think you take it third though.
No, I don't think so either. But I don't think Team Nigma is gonna, pick it fourth either way. So why not save it for fourth pick for them? Do you think that for Team Nigma, the Darkseer is still very much on the
definitely
on the cards?
That's a really good choice.
I think the only downside to that is they don't have the final pick in second phase, so they're giving away Alliance one more pick. But yeah, for sure, if Alliance are able to, I guess, pick weaker heroes that identified for being a good Darkseer game, then maybe.
It became a much better Darkseer game.
Yeah, Alliance this game, they have fully accepted to playing out their lanes, accepting a slower chill game because they're not seeing any pressure from a Void. They're not seeing any big pressure from that Sand King.
Yeah, but I mean,
all right. This is Sand King off lane, Phoenix 4, Snap 5 with a last pick for Miracle. The recipe for Nigma right now is just
Phoenix is offlane here.
Oh, position 4, Sand King 3, Phoenix 4.
Okay,
I guess
it could be either way.
Sand King's technically flexi. Yeah, that's very true. Sand King currently like the flexi boy.
Or Snap 2.
Yeah, and the thing is, you'd love to pick.
You keep trying.
If you remove the Void, you'd love to pick a Juggernaut here, but I'm not sure you can get away with it. And Spectre also it doesn't feel great against.
Okay, they still go for it.
It's just tough though. You don't have the matchup advantage against a Void. You will die in the Chronosphere. There is an SD for save, and it's also pretty nice for the illusions later on.
They actually have kind of like 3 soft cover, or they have 1 hard cover to Chrono, which is the Destruction from SD. They have the Golem from Warlock, and then they have the eventual Ag Stampede plus Pipe from Centaur. So they already have kind of 3 heroes to prop up the Juggernaut, and now they need a hero to tank some spells. They need like the Dragon Knight, that frontline guy, the Kunkka, who can just walk up into the fight and go, yo, waste some spells on me, then we unlock the game.
You've got to figure Nigma are immediately banning DK and Death Prophet, because it's not just the mid-game control, it's the tower pressure. That's what Alliance needs.
That's true. Yeah, DK I think for sure is, like previously mentioned, is I think a top tier ban.
They have almost this exact same lineup was the game against OG with the DK obviously there too, with the difference being Warlock instead of Elder Titan. But I do think it's going to be hard for them to get that Dragon Knight out again. It's Limp's comfort zone, and you want to try to get him out of his comfort zone.
The thing is though, like we're talking about DK being this threat, but what happens when DK plays into mid against a Sand King, and now you're playing melee v melee? Sand King's able to get caustic, he's suddenly 2 points caustic, blowing up the wave. DK's not having that free time, like he can't hit the tower. I can see that
becomes a tougher game because Phoenix with the Sunray, we've seen it's insane amounts of damage. The Snapfire as well, spitting flames. It's just too much magic damage to be completely reliant on a free game for your DK.
I like
it's the better ban, really, because that's a hero that has an easier time getting an earlier BKB. You could even potentially go for a hood. The Yules is quite effective, and it would be better in lane.
So would you rather go for the predictability of Alliance going for the DK if you don't ban it?
No, I think for Nigma, like because you have this very cute Sand King flex between mid and off lane, you ban out heroes that can potentially be more open in the game and lane against anything.
I disagree. Limp, don't give Limp one of his best heroes, and the one that Alliance Alliance
it's both
left to
things.
play around.
We're saying the same thing here. We're just, yeah.
Oh, don't give them DK, even if you have the tools.
Potentially, yeah. I think like the point I'm making is like if there isn't a better ban, then ban DK. But like if there's clearly a better ban that we get to think
Is there
of,
a better ban?
I'm currently thinking.
All right, Limp so far, other than the DK and the Tiny, he is and the Storm and the Sand King that we saw this series. He's also played Mars this league so far. Didn't work out as intended.
Mars isn't the same. Like, you don't get the tower pressure, and you're too reliant on finding kills around the map.
We did see Nigma respecting that ban, respecting that with the ban previous game.
Okay, what are you gonna ban out?
They ban out Legion on the side of Alliance, and that indicates that they are still expecting an offlaner to get picked.
But the Storm was the ban previous, so they're keeping.
Yeah, they're keeping
it's more about matchups. So the LC against the Jug in lane can also remove any Fatal Bonds, can remove the Soul Catcher, and bodies a Jug in a one-on-one scenario. Really easy Blink Blade Mail target.
But it means that they're not worried about the Darkseer.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't think
you can't go for it here.
Playing into Warlock Jug, it doesn't feel that great. I think you can just spin down the lane. Okay, they banned Lina. Nice ban. Obviously, yeah, okay.
Lina is a better ban than DK in this case.
Reasoning would just be right clicks into the Phoenix Egg, and you have wave clear.
Burst for the Void as well, and stronger laner.
We have too focused on the Sanking idea, but there needs to be a hero that counters the egg right now because there are no egg hitters. You can't rely on your position 4 or 5 to be that guy unless it's a Mirana type hero. We don't have that. So yeah, Alliance right now, what they need to do is a hero that can lane into a potential Sanking mid, can be this egg hitter, because it feels like the story of the second game, which is Nigma might have some potential issues, but it's that eventual big team fight, that big kind of mid to late game pressure where Void, Phoenix, Sanking, these heroes are going to thrive.
But wait, what are we thinking from Miracle? I guess we'll have to wait and see what Alliance go for.
I mean, he could play that Sand King.
Yeah,
sure.
but
he also doesn't know his matchup yet. So he's, Kyle, what did Fear used to tell you?
Yeah.
What did Fear tell you?
I agree. All of the points.
And you got 3 seconds.
Oh, they have 1 second,
Range
2 seconds.
Caster would be ideal, but I think they just go DK. And indeed they do. It's just safe.
Yeah.
You've won 2 consecutive game 3s against top teams in this division.
With the DK.
Stick with the bread and butter until somebody can beat you. And ultimately, Nigma will have damage issues. Void is a low damage carry until much later into the game. If you can deal with the egg, this isn't terrible. Alliance have a lot of strength.
This is the interesting thing. Like, we all knew this DK was coming. So now it's the situation where, what if Sanking's mid and there's like a Slardar off lane? There we go. Yeah, I'd say just a Slardar off lane.
Yeah, Sanking.
And then you just bully the Juggernaut, you unlock Roshan. I think the story of this series, even today upper division, it's been carries who are hard carries, but they get given a free Aegis. Because of some Lil Shredder, because of some Solar Crest, because of some Slardar, it unlocks the carry to have a great game.
Both Alliance's cores protect their supports, whereas it feels like Nigma's cores, they're reliant on their supports to deal damage. Alliance cores, you're just helping your strength heroes stay alive. I'm concerned about Nigma being able to maintain DPS because right now, they need Miracle to just go off. He has to win his lane, which, as you said, is favored significantly against the DK. But is that enough? How will they kill towers with this draft?
Yeah, it's all about fighting. This is the beauty of this game and how we built up to a game 3, which is it's all about the team fights once again. Like, one team has ultimate team fight, one team has structural pressure. Yeah. But the team that has team fight can do Roshan. So,
final point, just about the series as a whole. It's a statement win for Nigma if they can take it. But don't discredit Alliance. If they win this, that makes a 2-1 victory over Liquid, OG, and Nigma.
They're 3-0 if they win this.
That's an insane run.
Yes, and they face Team Secret on the Wednesday. But if they, I would almost say, if they 3-0 at the start of this season, they're looking like a lock for top seed because they should, on paper, not lose against anybody else.
But Crow and the boys want to stop them. And
we got a game 3 first, guys. We got a game 3. We've got to get through this game first before we talk about these narratives.
That's true. That is true. The most important thing that I heard from the guys was it's going to come down to these team fights.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we love that. And I know 2 guys that love that as well. It's our commentary duo of OD Pixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, GVS. The deciding game now between Alliance and Nigma. Fogged, what do you make up of these final drafts that we're seeing from the teams? Are you seeing a sort of upper hand for one of the sides coming out with these lineups, or do you think we're going to get a close one?
It's 2 very different styles, right? One team is just looking for constant battles. Other team is just looking to take the win, take the objectives, rather than taking any actual head-on fights. They just want to be able to get that high tempo and just keep pushing it and playing around those cooldowns, just playing fast. And they can do that. I think Nigma is very reliant on cooldowns, and it's actually kind of funny, right? Invoker gets, like, they first 2 Void, Invoker gets banned in the 3rd, and then they pick 4 team fighters.
But I'm not releasing
So they don't have the Invoker, so overdoing it this time even.
And what's happening there? We're playing on, but they're down in player. Miracle's not connected.
It's
Is
the
it?
same thing last time.
Oh, he is. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe something's up with his
I guess,
the
someone-
initial start to the game. But
Yeah, they knew he was coming in. They were just microing whilst he was DC. But yeah, let's see. I mean, I do feel that this is not an easy game for a Juggernaut. Yeah, you got the Bash Bros, right? You got this Void, this Slardar. And I think this Slardar pick makes up for a lot of the things that they're missing. You know, you can't underestimate just the ability for Microcontroller to just amp up someone in the chrono, and then suddenly the Void's got that kill potential a lot sooner than he would. You know, it's suddenly he's taking you down an item before he would usually need to do so.
they also they just have so many things to throw in this chrono. Like if this might fight kicks off or something and they're pushing on Alliance and Nigma does have these 6s, there's just so many things they have to be wary of. Snapfire and Mortimer Kisses from a mile away, a Phoenix coming in. They at least do have the ways to kill the egg, right? That jug, that's the big reason they went for it. And hey, we'll see if it does all end up working out, because Alliance, I think they want to be trying to get ahead and just staying ahead, just keeping this pressure going. They can't really let up, and we'll see how the lanes end up going. I'm really curious to see how Slardar and the Snapfire will do top versus the Jug and the Warlock, because last time I saw Slardar versus Jug, especially with the Snapfire behind, he actually took over the entire game.
For sure. Yeah, I think that this is really going to be a test for Alliance. I think this is a very scary lineup from Nigma. If they can get anywhere close to the level of the chronos that RTW was able to pull out in game 2, the team fights are just going to be over. Alliance are going to stand very little chance. They can't afford to make the mistakes that they did last game if they get ahead of Alliance.
Positioning will be absolutely crucial. They get a disruption bottom onto GH. Going to eat quite a significant amount of damage here. But yeah, we have to watch positioning. Hanskin and the Warlock. The last thing that they do have is excellent counter initiation, right? Like the Chrono does come out. If FNG's in a good spot, if Hanskin's not caught in it either, they can turn a lot of the tides of these fights too, with a quick save or a quick golem just to reset everything.
Yeah, the disruption saves are going to be everything. Without those, pretty much in those big game team fights, Core's going to die inside of the Chrono. So
okay, Hanskin will get himself a nice little career kill, pulling GH completely out of the lane, which means Centaur in a 1v1 versus the Void. Feels pretty good for the Centaur with the Bracer.
Denied.
We'll see so far. The first wave, nothing too crazy occurring.
Yeah, checking a mid-wave too, that Sand King versus melee matchup. Limpy does have that crazy regen as a DK, so it will be a little bit easier, but if he does make a couple of missteps there, that Caustic can add up. Miracle's even holding the skill point, deciding if he does want to put a secondary.
Yeah, and I think having the Warlock top definitely solves some of the issues the Jug will face in this matchup against those two. It is a lot of damage, but having that super strong sustain in the lane is going to give the confidence for Nico Baby to be able to get the farm against the two of them.
And they are just going to play for the farm. I think the last time when I did see that Slardar do so well versus the Jug, it was actually a kill lane that they were going for. It was Grimstroke Jug. They tried to kill the Slardar. They messed up once or twice, and it snowballed out of control. This one, the Warlock's just going to sustain. Jug's going to just go for free farm. So I think we'll probably see a different story as Kroki does get a courier snipe, but FNG does get the lane pulled back a little bit here. But my control looks like he's going to secure the last hit on that Centaur with the Bash primed. Easy.
Something. We're just not meant to be.
Kuro just trying to play around with FNG, but they are getting space for Nico Baby. Nico Baby again, kind of like what we saw in game 2. Obviously, Nico Baby had a phenomenal start, and the PA wasn't really pressured at all in the early game.
Yep, my control does have to be a bit cautious of his position too. Sure, there's no stun, but
GH and Hanskin, he sees GH as low as he is, but GH with the spirits, and RTW jumping in to claim the kill. They'll get it. First blood for RTW on the safe lane Void.
They were playing their own mini game down bottom actually the entire 3 minutes. GH and Hanskin just battling it out between the two of them, but yeah, ILTW. Easy swoop for a first blood. Dream contribution from a carry.
Top lane in a great place for Microcontroller. He's going to have it underneath the tower. Easy farm for him to be had.
Look at Miracle. He actually pulls the mid-wave to his neutrals and then tries to sandstorm it, but the creeps ignore him because of the sandstorm. I actually missed a couple last hits. Trying to maximize.
We're just not meant to be.
I want to say, is this the sort of game where Limp is going to be going for that sort of rush blink so it can be the initiation in these team fights, or what? Yeah, you just do this every time.
Yep, feels really good, and they need, they don't really have the craziest amount of lockdown in their draft. It's Centaur and DK. They have to be getting blink daggers to get those initiations, or counter initiations, of course. Miracle will go for a stack.
I'll take your
Did he actually get the timing? He did not get the timing. It looks like he hadn't.
And we'll see this again on the replay. A lovely find there. The dream catch there for LTW.
LGH, though, he may have stepped up too far in the actual game. Let's just get disrupted into a quick stun combo.
All right, Lions having a hit back on the bottom lane.
Yeah, Limp, although you are in a melee versus melee, DK seems to just fare quite well anyway.
Not for sure. I think there definitely could be a little bit of the Limp factor in that, though. Yes. Limp DK is quite a step above a lot of other mids DKs because of how much Limp has played and pulled it out on these sort of high-stake games.
Whoa. Limp did die to a level 1 Viper one time, but...
Oh, yeah, let's not remember that. That was recently as well, wasn't it? Well, yeah, everybody has an off day,
Everyone has a mistake.
Yeah, everyone has one of those days. Yeah.
It happens to all of us. So Limp, he hit 6. He already has the sentry prepared, so he's going to poke Miracle. Probably force him actually quite far out of the lane. He might get some tower damage, but Miracle, he's trying to stay here. Trying to keep that Sandstone, keeping Limp away from tower. S4, he's got Vanguard, so ILTW tickles him now. So he'll be able to continue farming, and ILTW has been slowed down quite a bit.
Head towards GH. They've got the setup. I mean, with the... Yeah, okay, with the range up, GH won't be burst. He's still got the dive to hold on to. As, they chase. Yeah, they're going to stampede in for that. S4 just runs him down. As GH, he's able to get a spirit off, but they get the kill. S4 just charging in for it. Not letting any escape happen for GH.
And mid Limp actually has pushed Miracle out, so he's trying to rush kill this catapult so that he can get some hits onto the tower, but Miracle makes it back in time, so he won't actually get any structural damage off that one. But the rune, Seal gets it.
Oh.
It's bottom.
It's bottom. Now Miracle. Be able to make it there in time. Heavy damage done into mind control. And overall,
all 3 lanes though, Alliance.
It is
great, and that's exactly how their draft wants to play. Get ahead, stay ahead, apply that pressure early on. It's Miracle. He'll be able to take out that siege wave, so no tower damage onto mid with the first DK form.
All about this early game for Alliance. I'm interested what sort of build Nico Baby does go for this game. Okay, he's still got the Battle Fury as sort of the one that he wants to go for this game, so it's going to lean more into the farming.
Yeah, that's okay.
Which, I mean, well, okay, RTW wants an easy kill, he'll get it. Chronos dropped down for Hanskin.
Oh, S4 loses his boots. That's actually pretty huge. A minute and a half, no boots from the center. He just got Vanguard. He has to actually use his lead to get anything extra.
Nico Baby. He's going to get the heal. Have they got the damage? Oh, not quite. He's going to live. He's going to be fine there. The Shadow Word and the healing ward down. As Nico Baby, he'll be able to heal back up to full as he gets away. Only just very, very close there.
You know what he would say? The point in stats saved him. But it was close.
I mean, it was close. It was very, very close.
So LTW, I think this is like S4 losing boots is pretty huge. Like he can't actually just walk up and just constantly like double-edge spam or like put as much harassment about not having boots since he lost his courier. So LTW will be able to get some nice solid farm for himself, since S4 is actually just going to go hit some ancients in the meantime.
Something.
It's just going to be interesting to see how Alliance do decide to play it around. Nico Baby obviously wanting to. Still, he's going to need a fair bit of time to farm. They're not going to look to rush anything with a jug. When he's going for the Battle Fury first, it's just going to sort of be down to the rest of the 4 of them to make aggressive moves, take objectives, which could be difficult against Nigma's
I think it
line.
Could be.
This could be hard.
Yeah. I don't know if. Because we've seen a couple of these like Yasha. You just have to Wraith Band into Yasha, and you just start battling with your team and just joining all the.
We've seen a lot more battle builds from Jugs recently. Yeah.
This might hurt. I mean, Miracle already has Blink down, so that, like, it's going to be really hard for Alliance to actually set up onto any of these towers. Like, this Blink Epicenter is going to be problematic. Chronosphere plus a Sunray is going to be problematic. This could get a little bit hard for them to actually pressure these towers.
Limp's making the move up top here. See if they can punish mind control. They've got the catch. And they've very easily got him, even using the Stampede to make a move at the same time onto GH. It's kills on both lanes here for Alliance.
And S4 now, he can probably take out the majority of this bottom tower with his Retaliate, with his Vanguard. Should be able to, but ILTW is going to start poking. He's got the Javelin, so he actually does damage. But he hurts himself quite a lot too on the top.
I'll take all tribute.
And with that Javelin, 15 seconds, Chrono's going to be back up. To watch themselves down here, ILTW might feel the ability to just drop that ult and guarantee himself a kill if he catches them low.
He's committed. He's bought the Perseverance, so he's 100% going to be going for that Battle Fury. So
okay. I mean, I like, you know, if they're able to gear this game up to some sort of late game stuff between the two of them, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. It's a question if they get there, as indeed ILTW's made the move. He's locked down Nico Baby. Miracle coming in a little late with the Burrow Strike. And Nico Baby's going to try and go for the TP out. They've got a Bash or Crush. They do. Mind control able to get in. They get the kill. Two of them going down on the top lane as ILTW makes the move, gets involved early on the aggressive. That will be the jog. Nico Baby out of the lane and without TP, so he's going to have to walk his way back out on the map on respawn.
And at first, I was a little bit worried because Miracle didn't like rev up the Epi, but I'm actually glad he did. Because now, if the tower push does come, I think he's going to have Epi wherever that DK does show up. So he will fight back at his bottom again.
They've got the setup onto GH. Kuro's going to come in with the TP. He's going to try and turn things around onto S4. He's in with the cookie. Has he got enough damage with the little shredder? He has. He takes down S4. He's got the kisses ready to go. The heal as well coming out. Hansken trying to dodge the kisses the best he can, but the DD's still good to go. Kuro, he takes down the two of them.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Which target needs killing?
Like the 5-position snap just comes in with the DD and gets these kills. All right. The dream for Kuro.
Oh, we're going to have the Golem drop top. Looking for mind control. And with the help of Limp, they'll have the damage to do so. Mind control doesn't stand a chance against these two with the Elder Dragon form and the Chaotic Offering used to take him down. Down lane, Nico Baby. He should be able to clean up Kuro. Oh, Cookie off to the side. Has he got the movement to get away? He has.
A worthy fool.
So still showing up and being a bit active, even though he does have Perseverance. Does show up and at least get himself a nice kill.
We'll see this move again from Kuro, just holding the tower. It goes down, but taking both kills for it.
How about they all just instantly tip him? They're just like, whoa, Kuro's getting kills.
They just see him popping off down there on the bottom lane. Kuro having a great time with that one.
Oh, that was a funny one. And now Alliance, they have the offering is still alive. Golem, they will try to put some pressure on Miracle, setting up the defense. Sentry is in the crystals.
Oh yeah, nicely done there, very pretty. And then they're going to pop the egg. They've got the Stampede though. The one of the oldest camera plays in the book there. You see a big scary supernova, just run away.
They will hold the tower though, and I think that's kind of the main goal from Nigma is it's just stalling the game out. You know, Void's getting space top, his Chronosphere is on cooldown for the next 20 seconds, so
just set up.
It's huge.
S4, he's gonna go over the hook stomp here. Miracle, he's got the MP, he's ready to get the jump and straight away the burst on S4, but S4 is very tanky and backup's coming in. They're gonna turn over towards Miracle. Nico Baby's in with the Omni slash. They'll bring down the Sand King. Miracle will fall. As Alliance, they're still moving up, see if they can get some more of this. RTW jumps in. He's gonna get immediately Dragon Tail. The kisses are coming out. He has got a Chrono if he sees a chance to get it off, but now it's a little awkward with Alliance being able to have the time to stun him and back off. Still do have that Chrono. RTW is going to seize a chance to get in on this. They're grouped up pretty tightly. He'll drop the Chrono onto the tree. Does he have the damage? As they've used the ults, and they don't. They have to back away. As mind control falling low, Alliance running in. Nico Baby trying to charge for him, but the cookie will get him back out to safety. And Alliance, they'll be able to push on onto the mid. I mean, you could see it there in the hesitation of RTW. You kind of knew that most of the spells that they kind of needed to throw into that Chrono had already been used. So there was nothing to follow it up at that point. He tries for it, but just nothing to back him up on that play.
And they went for the Centaur. Like S4, he had a hood. I don't know if they checked to see if he did have one. Maybe they thought he only had like Vanguard and Cloak, but with the hood, like, pops the active, and he's completely fine when they go that far past it. When they don't have Egg either, like they kind of staggered their spells in a pretty weird manner as Nigma. They will keep the tower alive somehow.
They do defend.
Buy some more time for them, but Alliance still quite happy off of that one.
Not for sure. And now some of the other ults might come back up sooner, but 100 seconds, no Chronosphere. As
and now your Jug has Battle Fury too, so it's all kind of worked out in a way. You have this greed for the Jug will work out. We'll be able to get a good item timing. The next item afterwards will be at a pretty decent shot. So.
No, absolutely, yeah. It's not like they've been able to do anything about Nico Baby getting the space to finish this item at all. Only that one death early on in this game.
And Mind Control, since he's had a bit of a rough one, he's actually gonna. It looks like he's trying to rush BKB, which it kind of puts Miracle the position on him to always get the initiations to start out the fights. They do have a lot of different ways to like counter initiate and all that too, but Slardar not having an early blink, that's gonna cause some problems for just constant aggression.
Oh, apologies for this pause, ladies and gentlemen. I think we'll be able to get the action underway as it sits so far. 13 minutes in, 6-7. Alliance with a slight gold lead.
And Nigma with 0 ultis up at the moment. Alliance, how long do we have left? Dragon Form still has a couple seconds left. There's an Arcane Rune for the next Dragon Form. They have Chaotic Offering up as well too, so still likely to go for pressuring and taking out that mid tower. They do need to finish it off. And they're ready.
There we go.
So who's got what items now? I haven't gotten to check neutral items because some stuff's been going on. Keen Optic on Hanskin, always a great pickup for Shadow Demon, especially versus Chrono. Extra cast range, he's going to go for Aether Lens to keep even further back. And I saw Fairy Trinket actually on what? It was on the Phoenix, I think. Yeah, GH does have it. So good spell lamp at least for the Phoenix too. And Alliance, yeah, they're going to finish off tower. S4, he's just retaliating it down.
Doesn't look like they're going to send anyone over here. Try for the deny. Won't be able to get it. S4 gets the last touch on it.
Oh, and look at the Nico Baby. He does at least have a stack at the ready too. So a double for that Battle Fury.
Well, he's going to be nicely farmed this game, Nico. Sitting at the top, and even though RTW has got the Maelstrom, Jug with the Battle Fury should be able to farm that a little bit faster.
Yep, and Alliance will have overall the better initiations. They already have the Limp Blink Dagger. They're going to have the S4 Blink Dagger soon. So they will have some really solid ones. And it's just going to be Miracle for the most part on the side of Nigma. As we say, you know, Mind Control's going for BKB. Might switch it up still if he's able to farm at 2,200 gold at any point in the game.
Yeah, Nigma unlikely to look for any action before the Chrono's back online. And yeah, I guess with Alliance, with the fact that the Nico Baby is having such a good start, they're also maybe not feeling in too much of a rush to get that much done themselves if they're confident enough in Nico Baby's ability to carry this game as the Jug later on.
Yeah, they can still play that farm game. They still can't play for the later stages because he has gone for this game, for this build for sure. And we've seen, I mean, honestly, power of Warlock. And as the game does progress, this hero just feels like it gets so ridiculous. The Shadow Word Shard, Fatal Bonds overall, just how strong they scale. They will still definitely have shots versus all this heavy team fight. They just have to be sure not to get caught out of position with too many of their cores inside that Chrono.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They're getting away with a lot of tower pressure here. Alliance top tier 1.
Radiant's top tower.
Wards have been on point this series. I really do want to point that out. There's every single time they've always had coverage of where they are pressuring. So he's going to see them setting up for the defense. They're going to back away as soon as those TP happen, and now they're just going to get more out of the map. Really heads up stuff from FNG. As S4, he's staying in a bit of a risky spot, but he's so tanky, and he's about to have Blink.
Can Nigma get the jump with the Chrono? All ults ready to go. They really want to try on S4. Well, they're doing it. And with the... Have they got enough? I mean, S4 is going to get the Stampede off, but he will still die. X up on the high ground. Bombs down with him with the Omni Slash on the Mind Controller. It's going to be Nigma that lose 2, and now the jump. The Chrono, the Epicenter's in. As they'll find the commitment, ILTW turns over towards Nico Baby. They bring down the Dragon Knight. And now over towards Limp. ILTW chases down Limp, takes him out, double kill. They're not done yet. They're moving over to Hansken and FNG. Hansken holding them back with the disruption, but RTW is still good to go with the bashes coming in. He'll slowly bring down Hansken as well. Triple kill for the Faceless Void, as now he'll run down FNG. He's looking for another. FNG hiding in the trees, and with the S4 coming back in, they're actually able to turn and take out GH as RTW. He's already bailed out of this. This time round
for a better time.
Yeah.
Nigma to hit that one, right? They catch S4 as he has Blink Dagger finish that base. They catch him. He's not able to get the Stampede to reset, and ILTW, perfect. Gets the ideal chrono with the follow-up. Sand King Epicenter. Very nice.
Still holding on to the lead Alliance, but we really are saying that the team fight, these ultimates of Nigma really do have to be respected by Alliance.
Under attack.
And FNG, he got, I think, 4 heroes bound inside with the Chaotic Offering, connecting and instantly stopping the Mortimer kisses, but still, ILTW and Miracle show up right at the end to get some big cleanup. They don't get the tier 1, though. Tier 1 mid is still alive for Alliance, so they do still have that information for themselves always. And easier ways to fight around that mid lane. The Chaotic Offering down for 75, and looks like Nigma is still hunting for some type of kill.
With the kisses up in a few seconds. So I have that follow-up damage from the backlines.
Time is money.
Radiant's top tower is under
Alliance
attack.
definitely a bit more worried about how they go about their next move. On top of the Battle Fury, Nico Baby. Getting that S&Y done. And once he does it...
It's scary, though. Right? Like, because, like, all this downtime, Nigma, they just made a big move with all of their ultimates. Now, everything is coming back up in Alliance. They haven't actually been able to punish this at all. They don't have Chaotic Offering just yet, either. But it's given time now. Chrono's back up in 30. Almost everything is ready for Nigma. But Alliance continue to try to play around their vision. They still have this ward that was placed earlier on. So perhaps with a little bit more information, they'll have a better shot. Especially because S4, he's got Blink. So he's hoping he doesn't get initiated on this time around.
Yeah, and Alliance know they know that these timings are up, that they are top. They saw RTW, they back up. Yeah, this
Chrono's ready.
It was around that dire ward. I think maybe Alliance caught some of that. RTW already showing himself. They're going to try to commit. Oh, that's not an illusion.
It's an illusion.
Oh, and now the Chrono's out. RTW is ready with the turnaround. They've caught FNG. FNG and S4 caught on the front as they'll both go down. And Nigma, they're ready to try and chase for more. Nico Baby goes for the Blade Fury TP out, but Limp's getting slowed. ILTW can see him in the chase. Can he get hit before the blink is up? He can't. Limp able to turn the Dragon Tail, blink out of there. He will escape. But an awkward jump there from Alliance as Limp makes the commitment onto the illusion.
Miracle just baits them so hard with it. Oh my god, I can't believe. They saw the void too and they don't make the jump, and now they will still have Chaotic Offering up. They don't have DK form up, and that Roche is going to start going down. Hansken starting to get the spam though with the safe event.
I mean, can they get the steal? They have got 4 heroes up. S4's up in a few seconds. Already Limp.
Miracle.
He's going to try and get the jump on a Miracle. They're dropping the Golem here as well. Miracle's out with the Burrow Strike. Fatal Bonds linking them all. RTW standing his ground to take down the Golem. He tries his best. It will tick down low. Jumping from S4. They're on top of the void. RTW is any further help from Nico Baby's pushing back Miracle. Miracle continuing to have to just run away from this Juggernaut as Nico Baby chases him down. The brief fires out. Miracle, has he got Burrow Strike in a second? He hasn't. As they'll be able to bring down Miracle. The Sand King's gone. Now Alliance can look themselves potentially to move into the pit.
Radiant's
S4's got Blink. He sees
is
Guru.
under attack.
They're in. Underneath the tower, mind control. We're going to help out. That's what bringing Limp and Nico Baby over as well. They get the jump in over towards it, but mind control gets the crush out. Turns with the bash. S4 popping the stampede to get out of there, but both Miracle and Kuro buying back for this fight. They get the jump. They're on Nico Baby. Disruption comes out. Hansken are able to protect Nico Baby for now. Nico Baby tried to run. He's actually looking to turn. S4's in with the stun, but ILTW moves over the time bomb. Takes down Nico Baby. Miracle will fall. Mind control on ILTW trying to work along the back line as they'll move over to Hansken. Now jumping over towards S4. Limp commits over towards Kuro. It's going to be a dive back on both Kuro and Miracle. ILTW mind control and GH, can they clean up this fight on their own? It doesn't look like they can. They're going to have to back away. They do manage to take down Hansken and Nico Baby, but a dieback on both of them. Miracle and Kuro out of the game for a full minute.
I can't believe they decided to buy back and fight over there, but Alliance, they reap the rewards as now Limp. He pretty much has a full BKB finished up after all that. S4 continued to be just almost unkillable. He's just running in and forcing spells onto himself, which is giving Alliance a lot of freedom to just target everyone else. Nico Baby just had it out for Miracle. The Fatal Bonds constantly stopping the Blink Dagger of the poor Sand King. He's able to get that chase initially. Force that buyback.
Oh, yeah. And now with that buyback play, Miracle's gold, it's just straight downhill. Yeah, suddenly this game, it very much for Nigma. It's all about the new man. It's all about ILTW.
Radiant are scattered.
Him and the Phoenix, I think, in particular. Like, GH still very high level on this support Phoenix, up to level 13. So he still is quite a bit above the rest of the sports, even above even his Slardar. So that could be an X factor. Just that Chrono plus the Phoenix potential. But he has to be very careful, GH. He is playing versus that Juggernaut, so it does have to be cautious. But Alliance, they found a very good footing in this game now with Jug. With this Battle Fury, it's absolutely working.
W, he's thinking about going back in for the Roche here.
Okay.
They're all up. I mean, they do. It's a hard move for Alliance to actually fight around here with the team fight potential that Nigma do have.
And it does die fast. Like, if they're not playing around this area, just the level 2 Corrosive Haze plus Medallion, that Roche starts to tick down quick. Alliance, 30 seconds on Dragon Form. They've got BKB.
Oh, here comes the smoke. Nigma, can they get the jump? Mind Control leading in. Alliance waiting on the high ground. S4 is going to get the stomp, put the blink off. He breaks away from Mind Control. Alliance, they know exactly what's being attempted here by Nigma.
Limp still has 15 seconds on DK Form. They're trying to stall it just a little bit longer. The D-Ward's coming out.
Nigma, they're going to get the jump straight away onto FNG. LTW moves up against the Chrono down. He's managed to catch S4, FNG, and Nico, baby. As they bring down FNG, looking over towards S4 now. Nico, baby, turns with the blade fury, gets the healing ward off. Mind Control, trying to stand his ground. Limp, focusing GH on the back of it all, brings down the Phoenix. They're moving over, they get the set off to the three of them. Alliance falling low. Nico, baby, trying to fight back, but the bashes come out. Nico, baby, falls. ILTW trying to over the Dragon Tail into the Who Stop Alliance, bring him down. Mind Control gets S4 in return. Kuro jumping in onto Hansken. Mind Control continuing to get pushed back by Lim. Kuro will be able to shoot down Hansken in with the little shredder. Turns over towards Lim. Mind Control keeping himself alive with the Essence Ring. There's 2 to survive on Nigma, just the 1 on Alliance.
Holy moly, and Miracle dies instantly at the start of the fight. He doesn't even really get anything off besides that Burrow strike, and somehow Nigma's actually still fighting back decently. That's Slaughter BKB actually doing quite decent for us. Limp just standing on the sidelines, controlling really nicely, but Nico Baby eventually, he does go down. Some good connections with the stuns.
I want to see that jump again.
Crazy.
It was a solid Chrono as well from RTW, getting the 3 of them.
Hanskins always seems to be in the right position, though. Not getting caught in the Chrono, able to save the initial go, and then that reset. The Sunray, it's a full duration one to burn and heal. For the most part, till Limp does get that stun follow through. But that cookie, that's the big one we're looking at. It gets Nico Baby locked down long enough for them to just, like you said, the Bash brothers come into play. Yeah,
these Bashes are going to be so irritating to play against. If we ever see an ILTW Mind Control like this, just get the chance to beat down one target, you just can't fight back. There's no counter. You're going to get bashed. You're going to get constantly interrupted.
They have to find Hanskin, though. Like, he's getting these saves off every single time, and he's actually getting a lot of farm because he's just chilling with the Philly stuff.
Yes,
Ags very soon on Shadow Demon. That's going to be very problematic. You break the bash. Both heroes. Really nice.
And still Roshan prevails. Still up. Neither team able to make it back into the pit.
Alliance is getting much more out of the map. Just whenever there's downtime, they're farming that much more because of the Battle Fury and whatnot from Nico Baby. As Nigma, they kind of have to handhold and just wait for these battles to happen. ILTW has BKB, so now he's got full reign in the team fights to jump into the back.
20 seconds. Everything's going to be back up team fight-wise for Nigma. It's only to be a step for Alliance. They've got the Dragon Form, Omni Slash, Demonic Purge, Stampede, Chaotic Offering. They've got the whole lot ready to go.
50 gold till they have Ags on the Shadow Demon too, which is a huge pickup for Hanskin. Nico Baby also has his Ags finished, so Swift Slash will come into play, so maybe they won't be able to control him. Vulnerable in the bit of the fight.
They're going to jump Mind Control. They're going to start the fight. Ultra committing with a slash as well. See if they can bring him down. The Chrono's going to come out. RTW is caught the Jug, but again, the disruption. Hanskin's able to step in, keep Nico Baby safe, allowed to get the blade free off. The Golem's going to get dropped down. Miracle's in trouble as they'll lose the Sand King. RTW's got to run. But they're looking to chase him down. The Swift Slash comes in. They will respect Kuro and GH being there on the high ground. Mind Control on the front lines, trying to fight, stand his ground with the BKB. They look to get him out time, slowly but surely, as he's running. Is he able to get out of it? I mean, he's speedy. He's very speedy. The Swiss slash walk. He's actually going to live there. The movement speed in the river, enough to save him. And as you said, a good job it did there, as he did buy back for that. That's the team fight done. Alliance.
And that's the Roche.
They're into the pit. I mean, that time around, the chrono came a bit of a weird time from RTW. It came during the slash, and again, Hansken just able to make sure that Nico Baby doesn't. He's not suffering at all whilst locked down in the chronosphere.
No, Hansken is honestly like being MVP for me with just these saves.
Yep.
He's got the Ags finished up. He's got all this cast range too. It's tough for ILTW, but he doesn't go for the back line.
Or can they go for the steal, Nigma?
They're going to have to try.
Roshan is low. Miracle. Is he able to make the jump? It's very, very low. Is he going to go for it? He isn't. As Alliance, they'll take the Roshan. Nico Baby's going to be able to pick up the edges. On the side, Mike just dies. What's he doing there?
20 seconds.
He's out.
It's a disruption into an Omni. Or into a Switch Slash.
Oh, just a Switch Slash, yeah.
Uh-oh. The constant team fights. Couple missed ultimates. Couple little saves from Alliance. It's broken Nigma's fights. The Egg and the Chronosphere doing very little in the last fight just because of that disruption. And like you said, he did it early. So...
yeah, they haven't found sort of the perfect time to catch them in the chrono. It's been a bit of a tricky one for RTW the last few fights. Alliance's positioning just on point.
Yeah, and Miracle's just so squishy. Like, immediately just dies after he gets his stun combo. He's 0, 6, and 9 on this ranking this game. Miracle be gone on again.
He just stepped up straight into a disruption. He's dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, now Alliance, they're ready to start pushing it down the lane here. There's 2 heroes down. Nico Baby's got an Aegis.
Radiant's middle tower
An
has
absolute beast too. Cloak of Flames, Pipe, Vanguard, just gonna tank
Radiant's
pretty much everything here.
is under attack.
Who cares about some kisses? You've got Pipe, even just saving the healing ward. They're just tanking right through with these three.
Radiant's
Chrono's up in a second. The next one, it's got to be a banger
is under attack.
from RTW. I don't think another sort of mech Chrono is just not going to cut it against Alliance right now.
But how do you look at Hanskin? He's got the headband now too. So look at the positioning.
That's true,
The
yeah.
Warlock and the Shadow Demon.
It's not
on
easy.
the opposite sides. They're not in Chrono area. You can't catch both of them.
Radiant's middle barracks.
And Alliance, they're going to be able to get away with it without being jumped at all here by Nigma. The melee racks fall in the mid lane.
Ooh, a very nice pick up there too. They get themselves the sliver. Status resist for the Jug on top of his status resist. And yeah, Nigma, it really feels like they're going to have to land like some 3-4 man Chrono with the Phoenix, Sunring, and Egging on top for this next fight. Alliance just, they're getting too big. Like everyone on this lineup, like the front line is just too tanky. They have to get access to the back.
They've got to find Hansken.
Look at
Hold him. He's going to stand his ground. The Supernova's going to come out in the high ground. Nico Baby's going to move over straight away, see if he can try and take down the Emperor. They've got the Chrono. This time around, they've got the combo. They set up on top of the FFG will fall. Now they turn over towards S4 Cruise face down upon him, jump in with the cookie as they focus Nico Baby, but they haven't got quite enough damage to take Nico Baby down. Nico Baby's ready to turn over towards them, get the Slayer lash off onto Miracle. Miracle goes down, but they have lost 3. Alliance, heal ward out as Nico Baby's got another Swiss slash ready to go. Jumps over the wall, GH trying to back off, but with the Blade Fury, Nico Baby chasing him down. Crow jumps out the side with the cookie, but they're in with the Burrow Strike over towards Nico Baby. They bring him down once. 2 buybacks coming out from Alliance as they're looking to get back in a position to protect Nico Baby. Nigma are backing away. They're respecting the buybacks from S4 and Hansken as they will retreat.
And they get a pretty damn good setup on the side of Nigma, but they're just too tanky on Alliance now. All these items have just come out. They tank through the entirety of the Chrono and the entirety of that Egg. Nico Baby barely been dying to once.
Line control.
Radiant
Is he going to be able to get away? He's out with the TP and he's gone. So at the least, Nigma forcing a couple of buybacks out from Alliance. Again, that Miracles game getting pushed further and further behind with him also using a buyback himself. And that is, taking the Aegis out of the hands of Nico Baby.
Oh, and Miracle, he just shows himself bottom.
Oh, he's just dead. He is very dead. Dead yet again.
I can't believe he showed himself down there. Oh, he's dead for a long time now. That's a tier 2 and potentially even more damage. And it's going to give time for, it's going to give time to Lines to set up a big vision around this area too. That was Quite a bizarre death.
I mean, Alliance is going to come in with the push pretty hard, I'd imagine. No tanking for a minute.
Too.
And what's the timing on the chrono still? Still 40 seconds, no chronosphere. They're keeping track of that. They've got a good window to try for a second set of racks.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do without the... They just have to poke with Phoenix. They actually can't commit it to a kill. It's 37 seconds. This is probably a Rex.
This is a big timing. Alliance continuing to push on with the strength that they have. 20 seconds, no chronosphere.
RTW still so careful with their positioning. Yeah. Even though they know Chrono's probably down, look at Hanskin and FNG. They're just so far back out of the fight.
And there we go. Another melee rack's taken whilst Nigma can do nothing to stop it.
And now Nico Baby was already almost too tanky to die in the last fight. He's got a full Scotty finished up on top of it all now too. This front line of Alliance is just, it's seeming too much for Nigma to break through now.
DD ready for the next bit of action that Nico Baby wants to bring. I'll see that last fight again. This time round, the combo working out, protecting the Supernova. And being able to turn.
Look how tanky he is. He just survives during all of it, even the next stun, even the follow-up cookie, he survives during all this. Just because of that big lead that he's got him. And Miracle, like overall, now he's not even like a mid anymore, it's just tanky. You're kind of like this glorified support. So these deaths and just these diebacks too. Like 2 times now he fought and died right afterwards.
Back in the action, Nigma. Grouping up. And they've got to be...
ILTW versus the world.
Yeah. It really is every sort of weight on the shoulders of ILTW for Nigma. If he dies, you know, without this void, they have nothing. It's...
Yeah. And Alliance, they have some, like everyone's carrying their weight, right? It's not just the Jug. They're all actually doing such a good job this time around on Alliance. And Nigma's just trapped in their base during this right now, too. With all their ults at the ready, they can't actually look to make any type of aggressive play. Both teams just chilling. Very careful.
Alliance is going to realize they are in this position of comfort right now. They can almost just sort of wait and force Nigma to play their game.
They're fine if this fight comes to them now. As long as Nico Baby doesn't get 100 to 0'd, he's going to turn with this DD rune big.
DD, Swift / Omni / that's 2-3 heroes down.
Yeah. They're so tanky. Like Limp AC, these 41 armor, BKB's got the extra magic resist from the Vambrace too. And these heroes are not going to go down. It's the same thing. It has to get into the backline. Like Nigma, they have to find Hanskin. But now Hanskin, he has a blink too. So even easier access for him to get in the right position to get these saves.
Double damage.
And they just, Nigma, now they finally step out to be able to get a little bit of farm, but they've been trapped in their base for a very long time now. Both teams just really being careful.
Nobody splitting from the squad.
Literally just 5 heroes standing next to each other on both sides. Yeah, just both of them showing their carry, waiting for someone to make the move. Mind Control still no blink dagger. Just do want to point that out. He's just completely neglected at this game.
I guess he knows that they're going to jump him. But that does leave pretty much the entirety of the initiation down to ILTW and Miracle. Of course, one of those, but ideally probably Miracle has to get the jump on Hanskin. Whilst ILTW is able to go to work on the cores. Otherwise, Hanskin's just going to get the saves off.
Yeah, just like maybe Mind Control just like sprints in with BKB and just finds these 2 backliners. But I feel like maybe he might want the blink, but right now he is saving buyback because he knows the next fight is going to be around that Roach. That's going to be the most important thing. It's 50 seconds till that does spawn. Any other big pickups yet for Alliance? S4 is almost got an Aghanim. They already didn't really have the damage to kill Nico Baby, throwing a 4.5 second Stampede. Oh, sorry, 5.5 second. Apologies. It would be 5.5 with the full Ag, so that'd be pretty crazy. We'll definitely not be able to kill Nico Baby.
RTW, he's been stunned. He's going to need help. Carry off, he's dropped down. He's able to get the time walk off in time, but he's so low turns with the chrono. He's locked down Nico Baby, and they got the damage to take him out. Hanskin stepping over, trying to help flash up, jump down to the low ground. RTW's away with the time walk. Nico Baby gets out the healing wall, but it's taken out immediately. Nico Baby's still got a non-slash to go. The supernova's coming out. Nico Baby committing with the Blade Fury, looking to take down the 8. He's able to do so. Brings down the supernova. 3 dead on Nigma. They'll come out with the 3 buybacks. S4's in with a jump onto ILTW. A 4th buyback from Nigma. As they try to fight back into this, Miracle will manage to, this time, be the only one that doesn't actually die. He's able to TP away, but Nigma having 4 buybacks to come out. And Alliance, they're still ready to fight.
Nico Baby was ready to go back in for sure. That was, I mean, it was a little scary for Nico Baby for a second there, but he had the backup. Hanskin was there at the ready, watching his HP, covering him. And that was just a weird way it starts out. The two of them kind of just like kiss on the stairs, and then the initiation comes forward from S4, and it starts awkwardly. The egg and the chrono not comboed. Not comboed well at all this time from Nigma and Alliance.
No, yeah,
we'll be very happy about that.
Getting completely smashed there by Nico Baby's commitment. And now, now Nigma in a very spooky place. They don't have their team fight, and they don't have the buybacks. One more fight like that, and Alliance will have the series sealed.
12 seconds for that Dragon form. A full Aghanim's now on S4.
I mean, they're trying to force this rush.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to make the jump there. They're heading in. They're going to commit straight away and onto the board. Who's going to be able to get the rush out? Rush out will fall as Nigma get the kill. Aegis also managed to be picked up by ILTW. As he'll have a second life good to go over to the side, though Kuro's been run down. Miracle also found. As Nigma lose 2, they've got to get the rest of the 3 out of there. As they're on the run, TPing back to base, RTW will make it away before anything's there to stop him. So they get the 3 of them out there. They managed to get the Aegis safely out on RTW. We get the Aghanims.
Well, too, right? I think the Blessing went to Jug. I didn't see where the cheese went. That's the only one I lost track of.
Yes, Blessing, yeah, correct. Blessing did indeed go to Nico Baby. S4 got the cheese. So Alliance able to get 2 of the pickups from the Roche, but Nigma did get the kill, and they did get the Aegis.
They did.
Radiant's
No way that Nigma was looking for a fight, though. That was them just looking for some type of steal play. So they do come out with that at the least, and they're looking for a wraparound, but Limp, he runs right into it.
He is. He's going to be able to get the jump over to GH. GH needs help, and he needs it now. As he's away at RTW, he's going to get jumped here. They've caught him with a hoof stop. So he's able to still jump away with the time walk.
They can't defend high ground. There's no egg. Even when they have Chrono Spirit at the ready, now they're not going to go with the battle around.
Yeah, Alliance just pushing on here, taking the tier 3 tower. Nico Baby's been passed over the cheese for the next fight.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
As they get in the racks, they're looking for those megas. I mean, Mind Control's getting jumping here. These just getting burst completely. Mind Control gone. Out of the game for 90. RTW trying to get in with the bashes onto Nico Baby here. I've got the support backup. They have got damage for the Ultimates, but the jump in over to Kuro. Kuro's going to run. Nico Baby staying on target, but Miracle's in with a power stroke. Protecting Kuro, but the kill, the offering drop down onto the 3 of them. They're moving. ILTW's low. He jumps back towards the fountain with the time warp. Turns towards Nico Baby. Another slash coming out. They're getting dragged over towards the fountain. They got the megas. The racks are down. He's in. He's got the chrono out of the 3 of them, but he's immediately stunned. And where's the damage back up? They just don't have it at all. ILTW does not have the follow-up required to get the kills. Miracle dies. The setup's there with a disruption. Follow-up boost up from S4. They take down ILTW once. They're going to be able to do it again the second time. And even if they don't, it doesn't matter. The tier 4s fall. Alliance onto the Ancient. As this game, this series, it is over. As Alliance will take game 3. The series is theirs. 2-1 against Nigma.
Such good plays. Just playing into so much team fight and keeping their cool even while it's all happening, and just some crazy fights happening around their tier 2 when they lose the Jug. It doesn't matter. Hanskin and FNG, just perfect positioning this whole game. Limp, just, they're all these bruisers, right? These super tanky bruisers in the front line for Alliance. Just make it so much easier.